All right, let's dive into one of the most surprising and maybe even a little confusing books in the entire Old Testament. We're talking about the 22nd book, the Song of Solomon.
So right off the bat, let's get to what makes this book so different. I mean, when you think about the Bible, your mind probably goes to, history, laws, prophecies. But a full-on, passionate love poem in the Bible? Yeah, that's exactly what this is. And you can probably guess that raises a whole lot of questions.
So, a biblical love song. What does that even mean? Well, like I said, it's not your typical biblical book. It's not history, it's not law, it's something else entirely. It's actually a collection of absolutely beautiful lyrical poems.
Yeah, it's basically a series of poems. And they're not just random poems. They're structured like a conversation. You've got this back and forth between a young woman and her lover, and they're expressing how deeply they feel for each other. It's really personal.
Okay, so we've got poems, but what are they about? Let's take a look at the main themes, the big ideas that you'll find woven through these verses.
So it really boils down to three big things. First, you've got love and intimacy. I mean, this is a full-throated celebration of romantic joy, especially within marriage. Then there's commitment and loyalty. This isn't just a fleeting thing. The poems are all about the power of a strong, dedicated bond. And finally, and this is a big one, beauty and desire. The language is just wow. It's so vivid, with the lovers describing each other and their intense feelings.
Okay, so with all this talk of passion and poetry, you can see why it leads to a huge question. I mean, a question that people have debated for literally centuries. How are we supposed to read this? What are we supposed to make of it?
Well, over time, two main ways of looking at it have really taken hold. You can take the literal route, just see it for what it says on the page, or you can take the allegorical path, which means you're looking for a deeper, symbolic story hiding underneath.
All right, let's start with that first one, reading it literally. This is the straightforward approach, just taking the poems at face value.
So if you read it this way, it's pretty simple. The book is what it looks like, a beautiful, direct celebration of love, desire, and commitment between a man and a woman. For a lot of people, this is huge. It affirms that romantic love within marriage isn't something to just, tolerate. No, it's a gift, something to be really celebrated.
Okay, before we jump into that other way of reading it, we need to get a key term straight, allegory. So what's an allegory? Think of it like a story where everything on the surface, the characters, the plot, is actually a symbol for something else. It's got a hidden meaning, usually a spiritual one, tucked away inside.
And that whole idea of a hidden meaning is exactly what brings us to the second big interpretation, which is super important in Christian tradition, and that's reading the book as a divine allegory.
So in this view, this super intense love story, it's not really about two people. It's actually a huge metaphor for divine love. The lover, the man in the poem, is seen as representing Christ, and the beloved, the young woman, represents the church. This completely transforms the book, right? It goes from being about human love to being this profound story about God's passionate love for his people.
We can talk about how to read it all day, but to really feel the power of this book, you just have to hear the words themselves. So let's look at a couple of really famous verses.
Okay, check this one out. I adjure you, O daughters of Jerusalem, that you not stir up or awaken love until it pleases. It's this beautiful line about patience, that you shouldn't force love, that it has its own perfect timing. And honestly, that's powerful wisdom no matter how you read the book, literally or as an allegory.
And then there's this one, which is just one of the most powerful lines about love ever written. Set me as a seal upon your heart, for love is strong as death. Jealousy is fierce as the grave. Wow. I mean, that gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? The permanence, the sheer power of a real, committed love.
So when you put it all together, you see that the Song of Solomon isn't just one simple thing. It's got this amazing double identity. On one level, it's a very human, very personal love poem, but on another, it's this deep spiritual allegory.
And that really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Whether you see it as a celebration of human love or a picture of a divine one, what does this ancient, passionate song have to say to us right here, right now? And I think that's why it's so powerful, even today. Thanks for joining me.